If you wouldn't mind, take us through that one.
Yeah, I was actually just jumping on the ice, and puck squirted out to the weak side, and I came down the left side, and the guys that were out there, I think it might have been Mitty or Skinny, kept the puck in and went over to the strong side there, and or the weak side, and I saw some ice, took it, and just tried to drive wide and elevate the puck and get it to the net as quick as I could, and thankfully it was able to go in. We weren't at our best tonight, and you're not always going to be at your best, and you got to find a way to win the game. So we were able to do that, and that was a big game for us with a couple days off here before the last game of our road trip.
Did you know you had that over his shoulder? Did you see that up there?
You know what? I took a quick glance at the net and before I dropped my shoulder and just tried to get it over to that far side. And I thought initially it went over the net, but saw it hit the mesh there, and was just pretty pumped just to get the win. I mean, winning's the best feeling, and to contribute like that's great.
Erik, last year this team didn't have to deal with a lot of injuries. This year they're dealing with a lot of injuries here. You've gone through this in your career, I'm sure, multiple times. How tough is that for a young team, and how much does a game like this help them when they don't have a guy like Thompson that can pull a win out?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a next man up mentality, and I think, fortunately, I think this team has a lot of guys up front that want more. They want more ice time. They want to be counted on, and when a guy like Tage is out, that requires others to elevate their game, and I think with more ice comes more responsibility for those guys, and I think it's a tough job to play the number one center and fill those minutes and do the things that Tage does, but like I touched on, I think there's guys that really want more ice time and crave it and want that responsibility and need him to step up in his absence, but it's a work in progress, obviously, but there's peaks and valleys to every season, and hopefully we can get some footing here and chip away at it.
What's it like seeing Dahlin the way he's been playing the last few games?
You know what? I have all the time in the world for Ras. I love him. He's a great kid, unreal player, wants to win, does all the right things. Future captain of the team for sure, and to see him take charge like he has, he's been good all year, and now the last couple of games I think you've seen him be great, and he's a top 5 D in the league in my book, and when he's on, there's not many as good as him, so just how big he is and how smooth and fluid, and he can play all situations, and he's a real asset for this team for a long time, and it's great to play with him. I absolutely love him.
You guys didn't have an awful first period, but did you lose some momentum having to kill 2 penalties in the first 4 minutes of the second period?
100%. You're 100% right there. Took a little bit of the wind out of our sails. They made a great play on the tip there to tie it up there just after the penalty expired, but definitely lost a little of our footing there, a little of our momentum. But, we looked at it that we were in here after 2-2, and we had a chance to get for sure a point, if not 2, and we hadn't played our best, so let's go out and do it. And it's not always pretty, but sometimes you just have to find a way.
Rasmus, you mentioned
that's a goal scorer's goal, but you are a defenseman, right?
Yeah, you know what? Earlier in my career, known for that a little bit more, not so much anymore, but it's any way you can contribute feels good in a win. It's blocking a big shot, winning a wall battle, scoring a goal. There's so many little things that go into winning a hockey game, and you're talking to me right now because I just put the puck on net and went in, but there's a lot of little things and details that go into the game to win a game, and the guys worked hard at it tonight, and grateful that I was able to score there.
You're a former number one. Dahlin's a former number one. What was your impression of Bedard tonight?
He's going to be a really good player. You can just see how he shoots the puck. I mean, I think 50 or 60 is definitely in his arsenal going forward, and he's only going to get better. The Blackhawks are only going to get better over the years. I mean, they're still rebuilding, and they have a good team as it is, but seems like a great kid with a good head on his shoulders, and he's going to have a long, great career in Chicago.
with Rasmus, you mentioned his leadership. What is it about the way he carries himself that I guess makes you say that?
From what I understand, he came here and didn't know a ton of English when he first got here, and I think he's getting more comfortable in a leadership role and talking in front of the guys. And his game does a lot of talking on the ice, just his ability to control the pace of the game with how he moves and how he handles the puck. And for me, it's just going to get better and better as he gets more confident. And these last few games, you've really seen him take it to a next level. And special player, and he's going to be I think he'll probably have a Norris in his books when his career's done, and I hope he does, and he deserves it. And I really enjoy playing with him. He's a wonderful person.
What's it like seeing 28, 30 minutes when you look at the sheet after a game and he sees
You know what? Yeah, I mean, I remember those days, and you just go because you feel good. And as you get older, it's a little bit harder, but you want those minutes, and you crave that. You crave that ice time. At least I did. Averaging 25, 26 a night in my mid-20s and late 20s, but he's capable of it, and it's a tough job, and you're out there a lot, but he can handle it, and he's counted on for that, and we need him for that because he's that good. And I think, I just think he's only getting better, and it's fun to watch his maturity on and off the ice.
Thanks, Erik.